Imagine standing in a trench where the ground shakes every second, where the sky is black with smoke, and where survival for just one more hour feels like a miracle. Now, imagine this nightmare lasting 303 days. This was the Battle of Verdun, one of the longest, bloodiest, and most devastating battles in human history. By the time it ended, more than 1 million men had been killed, wounded, or gone missing, all for a few miles of shattered land. But why did France and Germany refuse to give up? And what made Verdun the ultimate symbol of World War I? Let's find out. It was February 1916, nearly 2 years into World War I. The fighting on the Western Front had reached a deadly stalemate. Trenches stretched hundreds of miles across Europe, and neither side could make a decisive breakthrough. German Chief of Staff Erich von Falkenhayn believed Germany didn't need to capture Paris to win the war. Instead, he had another plan. He wanted to attack Verdun, a heavily fortified French city that held enormous symbolic value. His goal wasn't simply to seize the city, it was to force France to defend it at all costs and slowly bleed the French army to death. As Falkenhayn reportedly put it, he intended to make France bleed white. On February 21, 1916, Germany unleashed one of the largest artillery bombardments the world had ever seen. More than 1 million shells crashed into French positions in a single day. Forests disappeared. Villages were erased from the map. The earth itself was torn apart. German troops advanced behind the shellfire, capturing key forts, including Fort Douaumont, one of France's strongest fortifications. For a moment, it looked as though Verdun might fall, but France refused to surrender. General Philippe Pétain was placed in command. He organized a relentless supply route known as the Sacred Way, where thousands of trucks carried soldiers, food, and ammunition day and night. Without this lifeline, Verdun would have been lost. Month after month, both sides launched attack after attack. Men fought in flooded trenches filled with mud, rats, disease, and constant shellfire. Entire units disappeared within hours. Sometimes, soldiers couldn't even recognize the battlefield because explosions had completely changed the landscape. Poison gas, flamethrowers, machine guns, and massive artillery barrages turned Verdun into a place many survivors later described as hell on earth. French soldiers adopted one simple motto: they shall not pass. The Germans answered with equally determined attacks. Neither side wanted to admit defeat. Every hill, every trench, and every ruined fort became the scene of brutal hand-to-hand fighting. By summer, the battlefield had become a sea of craters, broken trees, and shattered bodies. After 303 days of relentless fighting, the battle finally ended in December 1916. France had successfully defended Verdun, but the victory came at an unimaginable cost. Around 377,000 French casualties, around 337,000 German casualties. Combined, the battle resulted in well over 700,000 casualties, with many historical estimates placing the total number of men killed, wounded, or missing close to or above 1 million when broader losses connected to the campaign are considered. In the end, the front line had barely moved. Hundreds of thousands had died for ground measured in only a few miles. Verdun became more than just another battle. It became a symbol of courage, sacrifice, and the horrifying cost of modern warfare. Even today, the forests around Verdun still hide unexploded shells, shattered bunkers, and the scars of one of history's deadliest battles. If you enjoyed learning about history's greatest conflicts, subscribe to War Revelation and turn on notifications, because the next battle we uncover may have changed the world forever.